Hello, everybody. It's been a while. And what I want to tell you is I'm so excited. We all had little projects during the pandemic, and one of my projects was I realized I wasn't using a bedroom in my house. The grandkids don't come over anymore, they're busy with their own lives. And I thought, there's no energy in that room at all. It's not being used, so I gave all my furniture away, and I now have a nice vacant room, and actually it's large enough that I can have 4, maybe 5 other people in here if we want to do a class at home, so I'm very excited about that. Today we're going to do about a 30 to 40 minute, just a feel-good yoga class, most of which will be on our back and on our stomach. So you really don't need any props at all. I'm just sitting on a cushion. It's more comfortable for me when I'm sitting in a cross-leg position. But if you have a long scarf or a strap or a belt, you might find that helpful when we do some stretches with the legs. So while I'm getting down on my back, hopefully you have a chance if you want to go get a scarf or a belt, but it's not necessary. So let's everyone come seated with our feet facing the end of the mat, and just slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Just come down slowly. Until your head is resting on the floor. And we'll straighten our legs slowly. And inhale, and while you inhale, leading with the breath, lift your arms slowly over the head. We're going to pause here and just stretch with your right arm and push with your right leg. Change, stretch with the left arm and left leg, push, and just go back and forth a few times till you feel like, wow, I've just added another inch to my height. So we're just opening up the rib cage, elongating the body. And we'll do that one more time, both sides, right and left. So take a nice inhale now, and on the exhale, lift your arms up and lower them to the floor. So let's continue with this slow motion of inhaling, lifting the arms up. Exhale down. And 2 more long, deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. And on the exhale, draw both knees into your chest. Exhale. If your head has floated up, straighten the head. You have space between your chin and your chest, but you're not like this. So holding below the kneecaps, just press those knees into the belly and inhale, release. Press, exhale. Inhale, release. And press, exhale. Massaging the tummy, and inhale, release. Now, place your left foot on the floor. Keep the right knee hugged into the chest. And just let the left knee fall toward the floor. Just open up. You're getting a little bit of a groin stretch on the left side, but that left leg is very relaxed. And now I want you to take this right leg and straighten it as much as you can. Now here is where a strap comes in handy. You can place the strap or the scarf around the ball of your foot and just use that. But if you don't have a strap, just place your hands behind your thigh or behind your calf. Your shoulders are relaxed, so you're not really pulling on your shoulders at all. And just hold this stretch for 3 or 4 long, deep breaths. Eyes are closed, deep breathing deeply. Now let's take this opportunity to exercise our ankle. So point your toes and flex your foot, and point, and flex, and point, and flex. Just slowly stretching out the shin, the thigh, and now circle the foot. Just work that ankle. Remember, we want to circle all of our joints, get that synovial fluid moving through, and go the other way. We've already learned about fascia, which is like a net that just covers your body, all the muscles entirely. So when we're working our foot, we're actually affecting our neck and shoulders as well. Come to stillness now and hold this leg. See if you can straighten it a little more. And keeping that leg straight, I want you to slowly lower that leg down to the floor. Your arms are out by the side, very slowly. And don't touch the floor, and inhale, lift that leg up again. And exhale down. And one more time, inhale. And this time bend your knee and place that foot on the floor. Draw your left knee up to center. Now open up the right knee, just let it flop over. Crisscross your fingers behind your left thigh or your left calf. Flex that foot, relax your shoulders, relax your face, and just hold that stretch. We're just getting a nice length all the way down. All the way down, stretching out the hamstrings. Your leg may be like this, and that's okay. Don't want to strain too much, but you want to stretch it out without pain. And now let's flex and point and flex and point and flex and point and circle that ankle and circle it the other direction. And now let's hold the stretch and see if you can pull that leg in a little tighter toward your torso. 3 breaths here. Release the leg, bring your arms down by your side. Pushing through that left heel, slowly lower that leg almost all the way down to the floor. Feel that on the top of your thigh, and now bring that leg back up. And down. You You can let your hands rest on your stomach if you want, and you can feel those stomach muscles working hard here. Bend that knee and let that foot rest on the floor. And draw the right knee back to center. Good. Now separate your feet until they're about hip width apart and about 4 or 5 inches from your bottom. Your hands are down by your side, and this is wonderful for flexibility in the pelvic region. So you want to arch your back and pull your feet towards your body. And then slowly come down and push the feet away. Ooh, bring that lower back to the floor. The tailbone lifts up just a little bit. Now slowly arch the back, roll over your tailbone, pull your feet towards your bottom. And now push the feet away, slowly coming down. And let's do this 3 more times, a little faster. Arch and press that back down. And arch and press. And arch. This is wonderful, gentle exercise to loosen up the stiffness in your lower back and pelvic area. Now just come to stillness, and when I say that, you're just lying in your natural position. Place your hands below your knees, and now push the left leg away from you, keeping your feet stable on the floor, and the right knee will come back towards your body. Now push the right thigh, and the left thigh will come back towards your body. Now keep this movement going, but cup your hands over your little hip points here. And let's just go back and forth. And you can visualize what's going on here. We're just moving that pelvis, just working it up and down in a very easy, gentle way. It's going to help put a little sway in your bottom when you go down the streets. Just a few more, just back and forth. Yeah. Okay. Let's rest now. Bring your hands down by your side, and I want you to really squeeze your belly button toward your spine, and you're going to feel your hips lift up just a little bit. Squeeze that belly button, and slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, just lift your hip off the floor. Slowly, slowly, up, and then slowly come down 1 vertebra at a time. We're giving the entire back a nice massage now. And relax. Completely let go. 1 more time. Press the belly button into your spine. Feel that lower back hug the floor as you slowly peel off the floor. And exhale down. Now we're going to add an arm and neck movement. When your bottom touches the floor, let go. Now this time, when you peel off the floor, lift your right arm up at the same time. Here we go. Inhale, tighten the belly button, lift up. Press those feet into the floor. Turn your head to the left. And now bring the arm and the back down to the floor. Head is still turned left. Turn your head back to center. 1 more time on this side. press the belly button. Inhale, lift the bottom, the back, the arm. Really stretch. Push those feet into the floor. Turn your head all the way to the left. And slowly come down with your arm and your bottom touching the floor at the same time if you can. Relax. Turn the head back to center. Now let's do the left side. Squeeze the belly button, peel off the floor, lift the left arm up. Push those feet into the floor, reach with that left arm, turn your head to the right. Arm and body come back down, slowly, slowly, touching the ground at the same time. Relax, let go. One more time, left side. Inhale, lift. Oops, I forgot to turn the head back. Sorry about that. Exhale, come down. That keeps me humble when I make these mistakes. Not really a mistake. And then turn the head back to center. And let's hug those knees into our chest. Doesn't that feel good now after arching the back to really squeeze those knees and make little circles with your knees just around and around. And go the other way. And lower your feet to the floor. Now slide your feet together until the ankles are touching. And just let both knees open wide. Your back is going to arch a little bit. See if you can touch the soles of your feet together. Now, let's just forget about the legs for the time being. You're relaxed. You're doing a nice little inner thigh stretch. And let's work on our shoulders. So take hold of your elbows with each hand. Drop the elbows over to the right, turn your head to the left. Get a nice stretch in that left rhomboid. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, arms left, head right. Inhale, back to center. We'll do this 2 more times. Notice I'm moving very slowly and mindfully. It helps elongate the breath for one thing, but we don't have to rush and rip into all of these exercises. Yoga is body, mind, and spirit, so we're moving very slowly, being mindful of the movements. Where do I feel this movement? Oh, yes, hopefully in the right shoulder. Come back to center on the inhale. Arms are still up. Let's take another inhale. Lift both arms now behind the head. Great stretch here. Exhale all the way up and bring the arms down to the belly. And again, inhale up and back. And exhale down. Working on shoulder mobility. Last one, inhale back. And exhale down. Now keep holding on to your elbows. And let's make a circle. Arms to the right, all up around behind the head. And exhale to the left. And around to center. And do that again. Just a very slow movement. Really doing a circular motion with the shoulders, getting that fluid moving, increasing our flexibility, getting that blood flowing through the shoulders. And we'll pause here and then go the other direction. Drop to the left, all the way around, all the way around. 2 more. Last one. And I bet your legs have opened up a little bit too, because they've been relaxed, hopefully, while you've done this exercise. Just release the arms down now and take a few breaths. A nice little pause. Now take your hands on the outside of your thighs and press the knees back together. Now open your feet to the outside edge of your mat. Just heel-toe the feet to their right on the edge of the mat. And to keep our shoulders active, hold your hands up, drop your triceps down on the earth, and let the hands fall back. So you're now into cactus pose. So we're stretching across these pectoral muscles. Collarbone is straight. Do the best you can in this position. You may have to draw the arms down a little bit. And let the legs drop over to the right. Inhale up. Legs drop to the left. Inhale up. Legs right, head left. Inhale, head and legs to center. Head right, legs left. Back to center. One more time. Legs right, head left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, legs left. Head right. And inhale, back to center. Your feet are still on the edge of the mat, but now just open your arms straight out from your shoulders. And now drop both legs over to the right. Turn your head to the left, and we're going to stay here for 4 or 5 breaths. So see if you can just let go, relax into this pose. Breathing a little deeper here, just slow exhale and inhales. Let's use our lungs here. Long, deep, slow breathing. Feel the lungs expanding and contracting. And let's draw the legs and the head back to center. Inhale. Exhale, legs to the left, head to the right. 4 long, slow, deep breaths. It's a good time to scan the body. Are you tensing the shoulders, the hips, the face? Just let go the upper body. And now draw the neck and head back to center. Once again, draw the knees up toward your torso, and at the same time, you're going to roll over onto your right side all the way around. Take your time until you're on your stomach. So just take your time, no rush, getting back onto your mat and coming into Sphinx pose. Forearms are resting on the mat. Your elbows are a little bit out from underneath your shoulder blades. Now pull your fingers wide apart and pull your arms behind you toward the back of your room, and you'll feel your stomach stretch really nicely. Your head is not hanging down and it's not lifted up. It's just in alignment with your spine. Your head is in alignment with your spine. Once again, pull the arms back. Feel that tummy stretch. Relax. And let's do it one more time. Pull back. And relax. Come down to rest on your right cheek and slide your hands underneath your shoulders and bring your elbows in tight against your body. Working on back strength. On your inhale, just lift your upper torso up. You won't go up very far. This is not a push-up. You can even take your hands off the ground. As you turn your head to center, use that lower back strength, hands lifted off the mat, and then exhale down onto your left cheek, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift, head center. Exhale down on the right cheek. So we're keeping our hands on the ground as we lift up, but I wanted you to do that first one with your hands lifted to show you this is not a push-up. We're using the strength of our back to do a moving cobra pose. And again, we'll do one more. Both sides. Inhale, head center. Exhale down to the left cheek. Inhale, head center. And exhale down onto your right cheek. Take your arms straight out from your shoulders. And now just bend your elbows so your arms are at 90-degree angle here. And we'll do the same thing with our legs. So slide the left knee up on the ground and form a 90-degree angle with your legs. So if you're hovering above your body in your mind's eye, your hand, your elbow, your knee, and your ankle are in a straight line. Sometimes I notice people bring their heel in toward their body. I don't want that. I want your heel in alignment with your hand. And now give that knee a little shove, just a little bitty one. See if you can open up the groin area a little more. And we'll stay in this little half froggy pose for 3 breaths. Press down. Lift your head up, turn it to the right, straighten your left leg on the floor, slide the right knee up until you have a nice 90-degree angle. Give that knee a little push, see if you can get more space. And then just let the weight of the body melt you into the floor. 3 long, deep breaths. And now lift up, straighten your leg. And slide your right hand underneath your forehead. And let your forehead rest on top of your right hand. Now bend your left knee. We're doing a quadricep stretch now. And if you can, take hold of your foot. If you can't, just take hold of your pants leg. Or if you have a strap, you can wrap it around your foot. So I'm going to press that heel towards your bottom. And we'll hold this pose for 5 breaths. We're stretching out, obviously, the top of the thigh, which I find with my students seems to be tight with a lot of people, myself included. Is we don't stretch that muscle that much in everyday movement. So we'll hold this again for 3 long breaths. And release that foot to the floor. Lift up your torso. Bring your left arm in front. Let your forehead rest on your left hand. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your right hand. And you may notice that one side is tighter than the other, and that's pretty normal. Just be aware. It's just being aware of your body and how it's working. Long, deep breathing here. 3 more. And release. Just bring your right hand on top of your left. Drop your toes to the outer edge of the mat and let your heels drop on the inside. So your toes are pointing out. This is called crocodile pose. And let's just take a few breaths here in this nice little, we're actually twisting our leg muscles a little bit, our pelvic area a little bit, and just melt into the floor. Now lift your head up, slide your hands back, they're in front of your shoulders, and slowly press up, 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 and all the way up to your knees, which should be on the edge of your mat. And then bring your feet together, walk your hands all the way back, and come into child's pose. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can take a blanket, if you have one, or a bolster, and lay it on top of your calf. Or you can just stay in puppy pose, which is you're just up like this. For those of you that can just drop back into child's pose, do so. I like to stack my fist because that keeps my head in alignment with my spine. Of course, you can drop the head all the way down to the floor if that's more comfortable for you. You're your best teacher. The main thing is I do not want you experiencing any pain. So we want to reach an edge in these poses, but we don't want to go beyond the edge because that's where injury happens. So let's just enjoy this child's pose. Breathing through the lower back, feel that lower back expanding and contracting. One more breath. Lift the head and slowly come up to table pose. We're not going to stay here. Going to slide both knees to the left side of the mat, come down to seated, and all the way over onto your back again. This whole class is going to be resting. Well, not resting exactly, but on the floor. So we're almost done. So let's just sit up nice and tall, and as we did when we started the class, just slowly come down one vertebra at a time. Working our little tummy muscles here slowly. And bring the hands behind your head and a nice big stretch. And let's straighten both legs. And keeping your upper torso still, just walk your heels over to the right side of the mat. Feel that nice stretch on your left side. You can actually clasp your right wrist with your left hand if you want a deeper stretch. What feels good to you? Take a few breaths here. Walk your feet back to center. Straighten up your torso. Walk your legs over to the left as far as you comfortably can. Reaching with that right arm. And let's walk your feet back to center. And draw your knees into your chest. With your knees bent, take the feet up to the sky. So your knees are separated, they're over your shoulders, and reach your arms inside your legs and take hold of your heels. This is the last pose of the day. I love to end my classes in happy baby pose, so put a smile on your face. You've taken some time to really stretch, elongate, get the blood flowing, get the nerves moving well, get that fluid flowing. And just play in happy baby pose for a few breaths here, or come to stillness, whatever you like. The only thing you have to do here is smile, because it's happy baby pose. Release your heels. Once again, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug.
And let's lift the upper body up. Keep the shoulders down like you're going to touch your forehead to your knees. A nice little tight squeeze here. And release down to the floor. It's time for Shavasana. You can have your feet together and open up your legs with your left hand on your heart center, your right hand on your belly. Or, if you'd rather, you can, of course, straighten both legs. Bring your arms, about 8 inches from your side with your palms facing up. And close your eyes. And let's do a nice little body scan here. So let's squeeze your toes and release. Tighten your calves and your knees. Tight, tight, tight. Release. Squeeze your thighs and your buttocks. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let go. Tighten your belly. Release. Squeeze your fist, your arms, your shoulders. Tight, tight, tight. Shoulders and arms work with the heart center. Tight, tight, tight. Release. And now just squeeze your face. Your eyes, your mouth. Nobody's looking. And relax. And this is sometimes the most difficult part of class because we have so much to do, don't we? So we better jump up. So just stay here in Shavasana as long as is comfortable for you. Breathing normally, face is soft. And I'm going to leave you with a little saying today that I repeat often to myself as a reminder. And that is, remember your thoughts, they become your words. And your words will become actions. And your actions will become a habit. And habits form your character. So our thoughts are very important. I'd like to end the class today with just take a moment and say thank you for something in your life. Just I'm grateful today for. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.